Hey, it's Ellen Malcolm Moore with the Bitch Slap of Truth. How are you doing? In order to tell the Bitch Slap origin story, I kind of need to tell my origin story. Like so many people with a taste for spiritual discovery and personal development, I discovered mine. My journey started with a dump truck of things beginning with D. Divorce, drug and alcohol abuse, depression, all the fun stuff. Before all that went down, I was a PhD student in English and I was teaching at a major university. And I also had a thriving business for people in book clubs, and I just loved to read. Afterwards, I had nothing. I really managed to blow up the whole thing, but I still had that love of reading. So afterwards, when I crawled back to life and decided I did still want to be alive, I worked at a metaphysical bookstore, just total coincidence. And if you don't, a metaphysical bookstore is like a bookstore that would be associated with a church or religious center. Anyway, this one happened to be associated with the Science Mind Church. So at the time, this is way back when, 2009, 2010, everyone was always coming in to ask about the book Eat, Pray, Love. And more specifically, were there any other books like Eat, Pray, Love that were funny and fun and edgy as well as spiritual? And we really didn't have much to offer them. And I made a note of that. How many people ask for something that just wasn't there? So flash forward a few years, I'm still alive. I'm doing business coaching, definitely very much in this sort of spiritual, mission-minded, people on purpose type of place. And it's now 2013, and everyone in the spiritual metaphysical communities is a little bent out of shape. Well, some people are a little bent out of shape about Brene Brown's, big emergence on the scene, talking about vulnerability in her TED Talk that now has 20 million views. And a lot of spiritual folks felt like, hey, we've been talking about vulnerability since day one. Why is this all of a sudden the good thing? From there, the popularity of TED Talks really took off. So a lot of, purpose-oriented, mission-minded people started doing TED Talks. And so now I'm watching TED Talks. And again, I see some of the same things. It's all very serious. It feels very PBS. It is obviously PC, and there's not much edge to it. And I'm a person who's always really had that penchant, if you will, for the sacred and profane coming together. I just tend to really love that stuff. And I thought, I wonder if we could do an event called the Bitch Slap of Truth and make it so it's a bit like TED Talks, but there's more comedy and cursing and all the things. And I know I have a really good sense how important a really good title is. If you have a really good title or a really good name for something, you can go far. So the bet was, hey, can we have this event called the Bitch Slap of Truth, and can we persuade 500 people to pay, $75 or $80 for tickets to hear a bunch of speakers that they have never heard of based on the strength of the name alone. And thus it was. So we put that together in fall of 2016, the Bitch Slap of Truth. 6 or 7 of my clients and friends, we did that event, and it was very successful. And by the next day, we were getting all these emails about people who wanted to participate in the following year. So proof of concept. Only problem is I really didn't want to start an event company and be managing people all over the world and all that fun stuff. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to let the name hold for a few minutes and maybe years. We'll see what comes out of it. And since that time, I have been a business coach and a brand and marketing coach for almost 15 years now. And since the time of Bitch Slap, which was approximately 6.5 years ago, of getting out on YouTube, and I thought the perfect name for all of this, for our new channel, where we really combine that edgy, the dark, the funny, all the things with the wonderful things of spirituality, personal development, all that fun stuff, would be the perfect name for a new channel on YouTube. So that is the origin story of this channel, the Bitch Slap of Truth. We'll be looking at pop culture. We'll be looking at spirituality and transformation. And We'll be looking at another thing that I cannot remember. Let's see. Oh, and digital business, because that is something that I'm dealing with every day in the creator ecology. So that's what we're going to do at the Bitch Slap of Truth. I hope you enjoy our channel. We're just getting started, so we'll see how fast we can go.